All right. Everybody, this is Kai from Neo Vibe Radio, sitting with Miss Sevyn Streeter. Look at her little sexy self. So we just got finished wrapping up her from her listening party, and the name of the new album is On the Verge. 4 tracks that I heard tonight. One of my favorites is 4th Street.
And thank you.
We've already discussed where that came from, but I would just love if you would just do that chorus for me. Could she do it?
Can I sing?
Well, not sing it, or just say the words.
You know what?
Well, just tell us where that came from.
I do want to speak on 4th Street.
Yeah.
Because it's really near and dear to my heart. 4th Street is, just a song about the street that I grew up on. Mm-hmm. I am from a small town in Florida called Haines City, Florida. I always say it's a small town with a really big heart. And, all of my family, pretty much we were raised on that street. I have like 6 houses of relatives. And the concept of 4th Street, it came from just a day where I had a really horrible day. And somebody that I loved hurt me very much. And instead of going in the studio and writing something negative and letting it, affect me in a negative way, it made me appreciate all of the good people in my life. So I wrote a song about them, and the song is called 4th Street. So that's where that comes from.
I mean, when we were listening to it earlier, some of the other industry reps, I mean, that's all they kept going on about, is that you can tell that it is about where you come from, but everybody in there could identify with it.
Everybody. Absolutely. We all, come across and run across people, meet people who don't necessarily have our best interests at heart. And we've all been hurt, and people can be, a little careless with your heart sometimes. But on the flip side of that, you have those few people, or how many people you have in your life that when you call, they gonna pick up. Or if you need something, if you need $10, they gonna give you 20. You know what I mean? It's just like those. We can't let all of the negative people and all the negative things we encounter in our life let us get us sidetracked and make us forget about the good ones that we do have.
Yeah.
So.
I just love to hear that in the song. One other question. What would you tell your 12-year-old self if you were right now in 2015? What would you tell your 12-year-old self?
Ooh, that I would tell my 12-year-old self that your dreams are nowhere near as big as the nowhere near as big as the dreams that the dreams and the plans that God has for your life. And the way that you think and the way that you view people, you view life, you view music, you view your life, all of that, the way that you think, is nothing wrong with it. Like, embrace it. Embrace all of that, because that those things are what make you who you are, and who you are is just perfectly fine.
When you were that age, did you struggle?
You know what? It wasn't at 12. It wasn't necessarily a struggle. When I got a little older, like in my teenage years, that became a struggle. But at 12, I knew that I felt differently about just things.
Right.
I knew. I just knew that I felt differently, and the conversations that I would even have with my friends, my views were a little different. And I mean, I didn't really care too much. It didn't bother me, but I was aware of them. So I would tell my 12-year-old self, yeah, your views are a little bit different, but that's okay. That's normal for you. That's what makes you you. Embrace that.
Awesome. Do you know anyone that is diagnosed with lupus?
With lupus, you know what? I don't, but I do know that it's not the easiest thing to deal with. So God bless anybody who has to go through that. Yes.
I've got a band for you. My last question. What would you have named yourself if it was up to you?
Ooh, I would have named myself Sevyn. I tease my parents all the time. I'm like, so God gave you every clue in the book, right? God gave you a daughter that was born at 7 months on the 7th day of the 7th month. And you decided to name her Amber. I tease them all the time. I would have named my daughter Sevyn.
Okay. Really quick, the new album is coming out this summer.
Yes.
Let all my listeners know on Neo Vibe Radio where they can find you, all your social media, so on and so forth.
Man, make sure you guys just hit me up. My Twitter and my Instagram are both just at Sevyn, Sevyn. My Facebook is Sevyn Streeter. My Facebook is Sevyn Streeter. My website is sevynstreeter.com, and my Snapchat is Sevyn, Sevyn, the number 7 Streeter, Streeter. So hit me up, talk to me.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
How excited are you for this new release?
Man, overjoyed. Just, can't even put it into
It
words.
sounds so grown. I've heard some of the earlier stuff. Like I said, I just got into your music last year, but it sounds extremely grown.
Thank you, man.
All
On
right.
the Verge. Appreciate you.
All right, sweetheart.
Thank you.